One of my favorite shots in basketball, and the favorite for many undersized guards, is the floater. It is frustrating for defenders, with taller bigs thinking it's an easy block before seeing the ball just get out of their reach and drop deftly into the back of the basket. The floater has been likened to the drop shot in tennis, or the knuckleball in baseball, a maddening-like technique that frustrates the opposition. The shot has undergone several different variations. There is a one-footed floater, two-footed, and the wacky and wild underhand scoop shot popularized by Steph Curry in his MVP season. It was an absolute cheat code during that season.
Steph is arguably the best floater in the game now, as the angles he uses to get the ball into the net is patently absurd. Take this instance against OKC, against the long arms of Kevin Durant. The ability to get the arc of the ball that high while driving to the left on two defenders is one of a kind.
However, we're going to look at an underappreciated shot within the floater, and that's to shoot it with your offhand. To consistently have a nice floater is one thing, but to utilize a property with your non-dominant hand, another thing entirely. I'm going to dive into the past, present, and future of the shot through the lens of three players. Let's go. First, the past. Steve Nash. Nash was known for his three-point shooting and amazing passing ability, but what often gets lost in the fray is his mid-range game. He had a bevy of unique finishes around the rim, and despite his small stature, his smarts on the court enabled him to score. He scored often. His floater was used a lot, but sometimes you saw him use his left hand to get a floater off, and this confuses defenders, especially when they are so used to the shot coming from the dominant hand. No player currently is as masterful at it as Mike Conley is. He's a left-handed shooter, but he uses his right on virtually every floater in the paint. It's safe to say Conley loves the floater. In fact, he's in the 98th percentile last season for players' frequency to shoot in the mid-range.
In 2018-19, he shot a whopping 262 floaters, his highest shooting season ever, converting at an impressive clip at 49.2%. Last season was one of his least efficient of his career, but despite that, Conley was in the 85th percentile of the short mid-range efficiency, taking 30% of his shots from there, and he did it primarily with his right. It's not so deceptive anymore. It may have been in the years prior, but it's helpful to have both hands be so efficient. Watch his deception here, squiggling through the massive defenders, almost Chris Paul-esque, and finding his sweet spot to let the floater go. And here in the clutch, too easy. Watch this as he's running downhill. He sees Dwayne Dedmon and lets the ball go at just the right time. But sometimes, he almost is too reliant on that opposite hand, like here. Tony Parker is guarding his right side hard, and Conley would have been better to use the left. Instead, it's a tougher shot that just so happened to go in. Or here again in the clutch, same situation, great defense by Parker, knowing Conley's tendencies, but just a better shot, as he releases off one foot. He seemed to love to pull the shot out against the Spurs, and it often worked. Hopefully, Conley can stay healthy in Utah, and we can see so much more of shots like these.
And finally, the future, Luke Kennard.
Kennard didn't have much of an on-ball role in Detroit, as the likes of Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose took the majority of those minutes. However, he was efficient when he had the chance, and in the off chance his three-point shot was snuffed out, he's able to put the ball on the floor and use his crafty floater, even with his non-dominant right. He's been over a 42% floater shooter in his career. Against Toronto here, it was genius. He took the screen from Drummond, then showed like he was going to make a move to his dominant left, before shifting his body back to his right for an uncontested, easy, short flip.
After the trade, he'll now be weaponized in LA, with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard around him, hopefully opening up more driving angles and opportunities to shoot.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.